Hey guys, this is part one of a two-part video series. Thanks for watching. You are in for a treat. Enjoy. Hello silver fans, this is T and you're in the place to be for silver education, acquisition, and entertainment. And hey, thanks for joining me today. If you find this video the least bit educational or learn a little bit about acquiring silver and gold and the precious metals you love, or think it is entertaining, please do me a favor and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Hey, today we're handling viewer questions, and man, oh man, I got a lot of questions for you, Rich. We've
Great.
got 42 separate questions, and some of them are multi-part, and we're going to do our best to mow through as many of these as we possibly can. I want to start by thanking my viewers who saw my video a couple of days ago, throwing it out there. Hey, have a question for Rich? Ask it in the comments, and man, oh man, did they ask. So without any further ado, I am going to get straight after it. We've got a question from TM. Hi T, very awesome. Rich is willing to answer the viewers' questions. I am in my 50s and was given advice 30 years ago from an old-timer that owned a local coin shop. I was in my early 20s and didn't have much extra money. He told me never buy graded or slabbed coins as they were expensive and difficult to sell. Hey, tell me a little bit about your thoughts on slabbed coins, and that was 30 years ago. 2021, what are your thoughts on slabbed coins?
I like slab coins. I think slab coins are really good. You know what you got. You know what the grade is. They are relatively easy to sell. So, I mean, times could have changed since then. I buy a lot of slab dollars and slab coins.
Mm-hmm.
I also buy a lot of raw coins that are, could be undergraded, and then you could send them out and get them graded, and maybe, they come back higher. Getting into numismatic coins, the best thing I could recommend is learn how to grade.
Mm-hmm.
If you know how to grade, a lot of the older graded coins, you can crack them out, you can resubmit them. A lot of times they come back higher.
Mm-hmm.
But I like slabs.
Mm-hmm.
So
if a guy had a question as to whether or not he should slab a coin, and here I go, and each one, if we take this long on each question, we're going to be here for about 5 hours, but if a guy had a question regarding slabbing a coin, his grandma gave him a beautiful Morgan dollar, can he bring it in and ask?
Yeah, so we're an authorized NGC PCGS dealers, along with paper currency and PMG. So we do submissions for customers. You can bring in a coin, I can grade it, and let you know if it's worth sending.
Nick M. has a question. First coin and longest held coins. Do you have a personal collection, or do you consider the store your stack?
I do have a personal collection. My first coin was a Morgan dollar. That was my first coin. But yeah, I do have a personal collection, not just a store.
And what is, if you feel comfortable sharing, what's the prize of your collection? What's your best, most favorite?
Oh, gee,
And so many?
I got some flowing hair dollars that are probably my prize.
Okay. Rich, a question from Silver Gold Saver. If you could start over with your coin shop, what would you change? Focus on gold, silver, bullion, collector stuff, etc. And also, what advice would you give to someone looking to start their own coin shop?
So when I bought the coin shop, it was strictly just a coin shop, and they bought scrap gold and jewelry and whatnot like that. I kind of added all the other stuff like the collectibles and memorabilia and antiques and other things. I found that with my advertising, if you advertise, somebody might have, an antique, or they might have a collectible or an autographed jersey or something like that. It just tends to bring in more people.
Mm-hmm.
if any advice for opening up a new shop, you definitely have to advertise.
Mm-hmm.
The more advertising, the better.
Yeah. Now, speaking of opening up a new shop, today is your 3-year anniversary. I just saw that on Facebook today, so congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
And you've really made something out of this place. And I was looking at that plaque behind you over your shoulder there.
Oh,
Times North. For those of you who aren't from Northwest Indiana, the Times is our big local paper and online presence. And Rich and the Gold Depot were voted Best of the Region 2021 for Best Coin Shop, and that's the second year in a row, isn't it?
Yes.
So, man, you're doing great, and
Thank you.
congratulations, my friend. Joe Stopper has a question. Let's say you've been stacking for years and a few years and accumulated a substantial amount of silver, and sometime in the near future, silver hit $125 an ounce. Would Rich be able to handle somebody coming in to unload and sell $500,000 to $1 million worth of silver in one shot? I think they'd have to bring a truck to dump it, to pull in back up towards the door of the shop, man.
Yes. We'll just leave it at that. Yes.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. That's a lot of precious metals. The Silver Sliver asks, and Silver Sliver is a very loyal viewer. Rich, back in the day when you were buying silver and gold, did you think you were getting a good price? Or did you think you were paying a lot for what you were getting? And fast forward to today, something you think you're paying too little, just the right or amount, or overpaying. I guess he wants to know about how do you know when you're paying the right price and that gut feeling that you get?
And exactly that. I mean, as long as you feel that you got a good deal, you got a good deal. And for me, I wouldn't buy anything that I didn't feel like I was getting a good deal. So even years ago when I was buying, a lot of silver or gold or stacking and everything else, I mean, as long as I felt like I was getting a good deal. And, my philosophy has always been a little different because, I always look at the flip side of selling that item too. So I always buy with the intention that if I did have to sell it or I do sell it, I can make a profit.
I would imagine education comes into play there as well. If you know what you're buying and, don't do what my daughter does, impulse buying. And if you know what you're looking at, that probably will help you feel a lot better that you're getting a good deal if you, looked around online a little bit, shopped around. And to me, I would say that finding a good shop. Not all coin shops are created equal. Not all online dealers are created equal. And find one that you like and build a relationship with your coin dealer. Yes. And to me, that helps me feel like I'm getting a good deal. All right, Silver Lumberjack. Is Rich a Cubs fan? And if so, where was he on the day they won the World Series? What did he do?
I am not a Cubs fan.
Oh, Rich, you're killing me, man.
I am South Side.
All right, video's over. I'll see you later. No, just kidding.
Go Sox!
Oh, man. Well, many of my viewers know that
my house is divided.
Oh,
my
really?
My wife is a Cubs fan.
Okay.
I'm a Sox fan. We battle every year.
Uh-huh.
I got my series first.
Uh-huh. 05. I am a Cubs fan. As most of my viewers know, I'm not a Sox hater. Actually, I was happy for my friends in 05 when the Sox won it. Not that I'm a Sox fan in any way, shape, or form. I'm a diehard Cubs fan, but I'm not a hater. And
what was I doing when they won the World Series? I think I was drinking my sorrows away.
I can tell you what I was doing. Close to the 8th and 9th inning, I was waking my kids up out of bed so they could watch history being made. And I didn't care if it was a school night and they were going to be up past midnight or what have you. And then I went out to Dick's Sporting Goods in the middle of the night at like 1 or 2 in the morning buying championship T-shirts with a couple of my buddies. And there's no way I could have slept anyway after a 108-year drought. But anyway, enough about baseball. Got a question from Patrick Ekstrom. I know there's a gold-silver ratio that people trade one for the other. Is there a ratio to watch if someone wanted to trade gold for platinum or silver to platinum? Woo, getting complicated there. In trying to diversify in other metals. And he doesn't have any platinum yet. He's curious on your opinion and if that's something you should do.
I highly recommend buying platinum.
Mm-hmm.
I think platinum and silver both have the biggest and best upshots. Platinum's extremely low, and eventually, though, I believe that they'll convert back to platinum in the catalytic converters. I've been hoarding platinum. Every piece of platinum that actually walks through the door, I end up just keeping it.
Wow. So you believe very strongly in platinum. And I don't know, I would throw it out there that, you know, when you do convert silver to gold or make those transactions, I mean, the dealer has to make his off of it. So my
Right,
suggestion would just go fiat to precious metals.
I mean, you want to diversify your metals, whether, you know, with silver and gold and platinum, and, you know, I'm not into the palladium. I think palladium's just overrated.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that everybody should have a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, dealers do that. I do that. I mean, I'll take silver, you know, for platinum, or I'll vice versa. You know, gold for silver, and, you know, do trades. But you got to remember that a dealer's making it on both ends at that time.
Right. One of my most loyal viewers is named the Blind Silver Stacker. He has a quick question. Your opinion on certified high-grade currency?
I love currency.
I've noticed you having some in the shop from time to time when I've been in here.
I actually have a lot of currency. It's just not out.
Okay.
Unless somebody asks for it.
So if a Blind Silver Stacker is interested, should he just call you, email you, assuming he's not local?
Yeah. Call, email, message me on Facebook. You know, we can trade pictures. I can show him what I got, or you know, if there's something that he's interested, or if he wants to trade or sell or whatnot.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put all of your methods of communication down in the description of the video. That way people can just scroll down and look and click on it, and boom, they're there. Whichever works best for them. Coach Ted, one of my LCS guys told me that if things go sideways, that it won't matter which silver you have, Eagles will be no more valuable than generic rounds. Any thoughts?
I mean, if things went sideways and silver shot up, correct. Premiums wouldn't matter.
I think when people are referring to...
If things went sideways and silver went back down, let's say it went down to $8 an ounce, it wouldn't make a difference. Your Eagles and your Libertads are always going to have, you know, and your household stuff is always going to have that premium over and above that collectability.
Yeah.
So, you know, if silver took a crap and went all the way down, you would still be better off with Eagles.
Now, there's a lot of prepper stackers out there, but if he's referring to going sideways, if he's referring to like a STHF scenario, does that still just go down to silver, and that's that?
Silver. That's why I say always diversify, get yourself some 90%, you know. Your premium stuff is going to back you, you know, if silver went down, it's going to have that collectability still.
This one is from AWF Outdoors, with premiums being $6 to $12 now. What has the past premiums been? I'm new to silver stacking, and it seems like rounds have about as much premiums as sovereign coins. And there are like so many new guys and girls getting into silver stacking now. And for those of us who've been in it for a long time, we feel like, hey, things are really out of whack with these super high premiums. But if you're just getting into it now...
So the past premiums were, in the normal market, typically, you know, like $1 to $3 over. Eagles and whatnot like that. So like when silver was at $17, $18 an ounce, you could pick up Eagles for, you know, 20, 22. So that $3 to $5 over is typically what the Eagles would run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, $20 was like the norm not that long ago, like
No.
a little over a year ago,
Yeah.
I would say. This next guy has a great name. I love his name. He's the Silver Taco Stacker. I have a question about goldbacks. How does he feel about their concept? Will his shop accept them if an individual comes into the shop to sell? Do you feel we'll ever go back to the gold standard? Let's start with the first part of that. Goldbacks. I don't think you have any in the shop here.
No, I don't have any. I have seen them. We've had them.
Uh-huh.
But if somebody came in with them, we'd buy them. Yeah.
Okay. I've always thought of them as kind of gimmicky because the
They
amount
are.
of gold in
I mean,
them
it
is just so minute. You'd be better off just buying a small piece of gold than 10 goldbacks or whatever.
Yeah, it's more of to me, it's a novelty, but it does have gold in it, so.
And there's might be collectability value in it somewhere down the road if it really catches on.
If we go back to the gold standard, it's still gold.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the next one is from one of my all-time favorite guys on YouTube, Pistol Packing Pilot. I've got a question for Rich, and you and he have some things in common with one of your hobbies that involves the gun range. What does he do for fun? Obviously, he has a business to run, although we all stack. I'm sure things must get pretty mundane for him at times. So what does Rich do to cut loose and have a good time?
Well, I don't get to do it very often, but I'm a big fisherman.
Okay.
So I'll be heading down to Florida next week.
That's where PPP's from, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be out in the Gulf of Mexico on a nice boat and doing some fishing.
Okay.
But I ride dirt bikes. I own land, so we do that. I shoot pool. But whatever. Now I don't have the time.
Yeah.
So.
Now, Matt told me a little secret that you like to put the coins on the floor and roll around on the coins from time to time, like Scrooge McDuck, as a hobby. But I don't know if how true that.
Sometimes I play around.
All right. Hey, thanks, PPP. Appreciate it. And I've also been trying to work on Rich about going mountain biking with me. But I want some pictures from Florida with you with some big fish to show in maybe an upcoming video or something.
Sounds good.
Next one from Plain Fun. When Rich buys items from walk-in customers, does he pay extra market premiums for those popular items like Silver Eagles, Libertads, and Germania series? I assume you would pay more for that?
I do.
Okay. And does he buy everything based on spot with maybe a 1 to 2 flat premium, regardless what he is buying? So that kind of, you just answered it.
Yeah, so no, it depends on what the person's selling. If they're selling generics, obviously you're going to be closer to spot. If you're selling Silver Eagles and, the premium, if I'm selling them for $10, I might give you $8. It just depends on the market, but you're going to get more for the premium stuff. At least here at my shop, you will.
Mm-hmm. MMSSS has a question. I'd love to see a video on some of the silver and gold jewelry that they sell and give us an idea what to expect when selling jewelry to Rich, how he determines the value with nice jewelry and damaged scrap jewelry. And I did see some really beautiful turquoise over there, and I'll show some of that on the video. But I thought you mentioned, Rich, that you don't display a ton of your jewelry, or
no, we tend to just. We got back rooms, so if it's in the back rooms, if somebody comes in, we'll pull out the trays or pull out the.
If they're looking for a particular item, or something?
If they're looking for gold rings, then we'll pull out some trays of rings and stuff. But we don't. We're kind of limited on the way this is set up in here, so not everything gets displayed. As far as me purchasing, if it's good quality jewelry that I can resell, then we pay more. Mm-hmm. If it's scrap, we pay, I pay 85% of melt.
Okay. A.G. Boole asks, is it a good time to trade higher premium silver, for example, sub 400K vintage Libertads? And that just kind of makes my heart flutter a little bit thinking about selling those precious Libertads for lower premium silver. So like your high-end stuff for lower premium silver. Does he know of other LCSs trading Bitcoin for silver? So you got two questions there. The first one is about trading premium stuff for generic.
So it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to accomplish more ounces, and by all means, then go for it. Because again, I mean, if silver shot up to $100 an ounce, it doesn't matter if it's a Libertad or a generic Christmas round.
Yeah.
You know.
And it kind of goes to one other thing I'll chime in with is you've got to determine are you a stacker, are you a collector, are you something in the middle, and you've got to kind of determine your purposes for doing that.
Right. I mean, and only you can answer that. I mean, you got to, you're investing, so why are you investing? What's the goal? Why?
Do a little soul searching, and then Bitcoin. You don't. Well,
I take Bitcoin.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I would have sent you a couple of Bitcoins already if I would have known that.
Let's go.
No, just kidding. All right, so you do accept Bitcoin?
Yep. Cryptocurrency. I mean, I'm an investor, so to me, that stuff's an investment as well.
Okay.
And I think that, eventually, we're going to go to something, either whether it be digital banking or cryptocurrency, and hopefully one of those things are going to be backed by gold and silver, and we'll all be rich.
Okay, hey guys, we are going to hit the brakes right there. That is the conclusion of part one with Rich at the Gold Depot, fielding the viewer questions. And I'll tell you what, I was really impressed. Rich always does such a great job, never disappoints, honoring those questions so honestly. And so I think that's why people enjoy those videos. He tells it like it is. So that's the conclusion of part one. We recorded for so long, it seemed like it just made sense to break it into two halves. So I encourage you to check out part two. If you're watching this video right now on Saturday, the next one will drop tomorrow. So I will release part two tomorrow, Sunday at 9 a.m. And I've kind of gotten into a habit of releasing my videos Saturday, Sunday, 9 a.m. And it seems like a nice pattern that my viewers can kind of get used to. So anyway, thanks again for watching. I encourage you to watch part two, and we'll continue the conversation. And at the end of my coin shop videos, I always show what I purchased. And let me just tell you, what I'm going to show you at the end of part two is the biggest purchase I've made in a long time. I decided to diversify my stack a little bit, and you will not want to miss what I purchased. And hey, tune in to the next one, and we'll see you there. See?